Alright, part 3 of the early Walt Disney Home Video editions, or Neon Mickey tapes. One exception is this film, Trenchcoat. It doesn't have the Neon Mickey logo on it. Alright, Kidnapped. This was released on video in November 1983. And I actually saw this. It was pretty good. It was based on I think it was based on a book by Robert Louis Stevenson, who also wrote Treasure Island. I'm not too sure. I'll have to look it up. Yeah, Robert Louis Stevenson's. And it... Let's see. That's funny. Robert Stevenson is the director of this film, and the name of the author of the original book was Robert Louis Stevenson. Yes, I got this 3 years ago. And the print date on here is October 25th, 1983. And yes, the 1983 Disney video releases had Walt Disney Home Video. Usually inside the case it wasn't that big, but in 83 they used this really big one. I don't know why. Alright, here's a good one. Tron. Now this was a very groundbreaking movie for 1982, and it revolutionized, the special effects and the computer graphics. I really liked it, and I'm glad that Tron Legacy is being made. I'm definitely going to go see that when it opens. Probably see it in IMAX. I think it's going to be in IMAX 3D. And yes, I love Tron. This is probably one of my favorite films ever made. I love the concept, and the graphics are great. Yeah, this is one of the few Disney videos that says "The Magic Lives On" slogan in the back. Yeah, the magic lives on. Yeah, until the tape wears out. Alright. Here's the label. Let me see if I can get the print date up here. August 5th, 1983. And yes, Tron is an awesome movie. And this tape was released in October 1983. And it's one of the Disney videos that didn't have the Disney name on the cover because it was a PG-rated Disney film. Disney had a thing at the time when they were hiding their name on PG movies to see if they can get the older crowd to see it. Back in the 80s, people were starting to call animated films, especially Disney films, they started saying, oh, it's just for kids. It's really not. Okay, this is Tex, a movie starring Matt Dillon. This movie came out in 1982, and this video was released in October 1983. And let's see. Yeah, Meg Tilly's in it, too. It's pretty... I think this film is kind of hard to find. I'm not too sure. It was a former rental. I don't remember how much I paid for it, but there's no print date. Look at this. There's a sticker, but no print date. And here's Trenchcoat. Now this is a film that Disney released prior to Touchstone. It was another PG-rated film, and their name was hidden on it. And they even went to lengths to hide it on the box. Look at this. Oh, notice it says stereo. I guess all the previous ones were in mono format. But look at this. Walt Disney Home Video is only mentioned on the tape label itself, but when you play the tape, unfortunately this tape is broken. That's the way it came. But I seen the opening to this, and it doesn't open with Neon Mickey. And there's a print date on here. The print date is November 4th, 1984, so it's probably a much later pressing. And I know this film was a huge box office failure when it came out. I think I remember Siskel and Ebert were saying it was one of the worst films of 1983. I have to look at that again. Okay, here's The Boat Next. Now, I think this was released in late 1984 because notice, out of all the 1985 Walt Disney Home Video reissues, the font is much bigger for home video, and there's some brochures and promotional material in there that say new for 1984 and all that. But yeah, this is in really good condition. Let me show you the tape. Print date is March 29th, 1984. Let me show you some of the promo stuff in here very quickly. There's the new for 1984 brochure and a business reply card. I might make a video with all that promo stuff so you could see Disney's advertising techniques there at the time. Or if you really want to see how Disney advertised their stuff back in the day, just watch the Walt Disney and You promo. This is The Prince and the Pauper. Now this was edited from a television special in the Disneyland television series from 1962. It was edited into a feature-length film. I don't know when it was theatrically released or where it was theatrically released, because I couldn't find any info for the theatrical release. I do know that there was, because there was a Buena Vista logo. I think it was posted by 8 to 16 to 35, who was posting Buena Vista logos at the opening of Disney films. Of course, this tape doesn't have it. The print date is December 19th, 1984. And, yeah, I think somebody, or no, maybe I'm thinking of someone else, somebody that was in this movie. Alright, now to start off, now to do the rest of the 1985 reissues. Here's Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo, which is on beta. This is the third Herbie film. This beta was released, of course, 85. All the original, I think most of the original cast was in this film, if not all of it. But the tape is actually a late 1985 tape label. And look at the print date. Oh, wait, no, the print date's actually on the bottom. The print date is August 8th, 1985. And, yeah. So basically it was packaged in the older cover. Let's see what's next. Here's The Parent Trap. This is a classic. It was remade, of course. This is the original with Hayley Mills. And I think this was a former rental. I'm not too sure about this. There's The Parent Trap right there. And the print date is July 5th, 1985. Here's Winnie the Pooh and Friends, a compilation video featuring Winnie the Pooh and A Day for Eeyore, but it's a bit different from the version that was released theatrically in 1983 with the reissue of The Sword and the Stone, plus 3 other cartoons about bears, including Hooked Bear and In the Bag, which star Humphrey the Bear, and Hold That Pose, which is said to be the first appearance of Humphrey the Bear, or a bear that would later be turned into Humphrey the Bear. That would later become Humphrey the Bear, that is. Because the bear in Hold That Pose doesn't have a name. But I read that it's actually supposed to be an early version of Humphrey. This is a former rental as well. And all the cartoons on here are great. The print date on here is September 23rd, 1984. Alright, here's Gus, which I thought it was a pretty amusing film. And it was a kind of a comedy film released in 1976. The video, of course, this particular copy is from 1985. Yep, Ed Asner is in it. He's also the voice of Carl Fredricksen from Up. Which is Pixar's, which was a great film. Gus. Print date, May 28th, 1985. You can barely see it, though. Alright, we'll have to stop right here.